Alright, this is Brett Snodgrass with Simple Wholesaling, and I'm coming at you with another video today, and we're going to talk about a very common thing called goals. And we all know that goals are really good, and we know that they are a measuring stick to how we measure our success. But I'm going to come at you with a little bit of a different strategy that I heard. I've learned a lot about goals throughout my life. I've set goals, I've written down goals. But there's one thing that really helped me envision my goals. And I heard a guy tell me one time, if you could write a letter to your future self, what would that look like? What would you say? Because a lot of times when we write goals, we talk about what we want to achieve. We talk about maybe we want to lose 20 pounds, or we want to make an extra $5,000 a month. And we set that as a goal, but there's not very much emotion attached to that. And when I'm writing a letter to my children, or I'm writing a letter to my wife, and in this instance, I'm writing a letter to myself, I get to talk about all the great things that after you achieve that goal, what are you going to do? You know, if you lose that extra 20 pounds, you can talk about, I'm feeling so much healthier. I'm able to run around with my kids, and it's so much fun. I'm able to go on long walks with my wife and not get winded. Or if you make that extra $5,000 a month, I'm able to give more to my church or to my charity. I'm able to go on dates with my wife to places that we couldn't go before. I'm able to take those extra vacations with my family and create memories in my life. And that's what this letter can show you. Talk about that vacation, before it happens, and you write like it already did happen. So for example, date your letter. I dated my letter for January 1st, 2017, and I was able to talk about all the things that I did in 2016. I talked about taking my family on that mission trip, and it was so awesome how I got to see my daughter pouring into other kids, and I got to see my wife just pouring her heart out and serving other families. And I also got to talk about that vacation that my wife and I took, that all-inclusive vacation that we've been longing for, because ever since we've gotten married, we've been having kids so much that we haven't got our chance to enjoy just each other. So we got to take a long vacation, and that's a goal. But I created a letter so that it already in my mind had happened. And that is so important, because if you're able to write a letter and you start to envision it already happening, it just becomes your life, and then eventually, it is who you are. One of the things that my mom always does for my kids, which I think that I'm going to implement too, and I'm doing it right now, is she goes to Shutterfly and she creates one of those picture books. Have you guys ever seen those? Every birthday, she creates one for one of my children, and it shows throughout the last year of my children's lives. It shows the camps that they went on, the family holiday, Christmas, gatherings that we had, and it shows all these different things about my kids. And I think, how cool would that be to maybe not only write a letter, but to create one of those picture books. So you can open up this book and you can look at the things that you're going to do. Not only just set, a goal, which sometimes can be monotonous, sometimes boring, but this gives it life, And so I'm going to be doing that. And I challenge you to set your goals, to write a letter to yourself, or even maybe go on the extra step and create one of those picture books. So you can look at the pictures, you can envision, and it just becomes your way of life, whether you want to make more money, and what's that money going to do for you? What are the things you're going to be able to do because of that? So that's what I just challenge you to do. I think we're doing that in our business, and I think it just helps create a story of your life. And so hope you got a lot out of this video today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Simple Wholesaling. Just as another plug, check out our brand new podcast that just came out. We're pouring our hearts out. We're talking about business, we're talking about life, and we're talking about our one and only Jesus Christ. And that's just a plug for that. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Brett Snodgrass with Simple Wholesaling, and I'll see you on the flip.